Good morning, welcome back to the apocalypse, welcome back to Project Zomboid. We are now on 42.16, new patch that came out. Now, the patch said explicitly old save games are not compatible with the new patch. After some research and some looking around, people apparently found out that the main reason why save games were not compatible was that in 42.16 they removed Echo Creek as a possible spawn location, and that broke saves. And apparently if you installed the new Echo Creek spawn location mod that was quickly released, everything works. So I converted the save game, everything seems to work, I haven't gotten any errors, so fingers crossed that it stays that way. I've also finally found a stat mod that displays my kill count and time survived and stuff that works with the current patch. So we got that here. For those interested, that is... let me just make sure I get the name right. There's a lot of red stuff that's showing errors here. It's fine, it's fine. All right. So Twist on Fire stats. Twist on Fire, a fellow Zomboid content creator, streamer, usually streams in German now. So, and he has a bunch of cool mods that I never realized, you know, and including a stats mod. That also has, so I've already modified it. You can display like distance traveled and daily average and all that kind of stuff. Really neat little mod. Anyway, I spent a couple days, so I think it's been like 3 or 4 days since the last episode here, doing stuff around the base, doing a little bit of cooking, doing a lot of reading of books, doing a lot of mechanics, a little bit of cleaning. So I think the most thing, yeah, this room is now actually clean and no longer super dirty. Also with the new patch, we no longer should have any cars sinking into the ground, so that would be nice. Yeah, and we cleaned up this. And I think the plan for today is, first of all, close the hood. Make sure we have a little bit of room for all the fancy loot we're gonna get. Ish, it's fine. I don't wanna put stuff out of it. I think this is quickly becoming my new go-to car here. So we should have enough time passed that the corpses at the Riverside warehouse should have despawned. So that's where we're going, and see if we can clean out the... not the warehouse, but the other place there. I can words. Storage units, yeah. So I'm not sure why I'm running around with a swing kit. Let's leave that here. Anything else? An extra flashlight. We could use a little bit more ammo, I feel like. Did I have some ammo in the back here? Okay. Am I really that low on 9mm ammo already? Yeah, I think last episode I was also talking about, you know, I wanna do some more long-term development of the character and get some more books, but, you know, getting books is a little bit difficult, and as a health comment pointed out, Ballast Lake bookstore, that one is kinda on the edge of town, so maybe that's something we can do a little road trip to. And you know, pull the zombies from there away out of town, kill them there with weapons or pipe bombs or whatever, and then head into town. Like, also, you know, it's a new day where I'm like, okay, let's record this day, let's do an adventure, and it's like, yeah, how about heavy fog? Alright, I'm gonna drive through this fog to the storage units and I'll see you there. Well, maybe I'll see you there. I don't know. The fog's very heavy. Maybe we don't see each other. Well, this was probably one of the worst drives I've ever taken, and according to the weather radio, this is only thick fog, not even heavy, very thick fog. So, I want to start off down here, because I think we've not taken the time yet to look at the trucks on this side. Smart, yeah. Walk around to go to that spot. I mean, yeah, we take iron pipes. It's kind of our thing. Fix all that stuff. Sure, why not? This one? Yeah, I think one of the... Well, we can do something fancy with that. One of the things I managed to level up in the time between episodes is electrical to level 4, since we had that book I recently found that went really fast. Yeah, mechanics is almost at 8. We're working on it. Carpentry is also getting up there. And yeah, I did watch the cooking VHS that we have somewhere. Rather. So we had that leveled up, which is nice. Battery, gas can with gas. What's this? Sensor to bomb. Okay. Sounds like a reasonable idea. Did not open up the... There's actually a key also in this one. I just wanted to get this out of here. Put it on the ground so I can see. Yeah, there was gas here. Yeah, I'm still gonna be taking all the electrical items for this assembly. Well, most of them. Oh, there's another key. This one. It's fully fueled. Look at that. Yeah, that just means that this one is one we haven't tested yet. No car alarms. I think we smashed a good number of windows here in this parking lot. Not a single car alarm. Yeah, the power bars you can also disassemble for electrical XP, but since they have a weight of 2, I think that's kind of a little bit too much to handle. As you can see, I think the corpses have disappeared. I honestly don't know. This is foggy. Now, Thankfully, our friendly zombie friends have made ourselves a new entrance into the storage lots, yeah? So we don't have to go around the long way. Isn't that nice? Talk about getting some books. Yeah. Those back boxes. I'm just gonna lift this one up. And it was absolutely not worth it. Okay. You get all the fancy magazines, but not the frickin' extra bombs magazine. Stay on this side. Assuming if one is closed, all are closed. Yeah, well, for now I'm just gonna check the ones that are open. We could start smacking them with the hammer. Maybe I should have brought the sledge. That would make it a little bit easier. Was the easiest would be if we could find a key somewhere. Or even better if we had some zombies helping us. I think key would probably be easier than zombies. Yeah. I'm just gonna put them here in the middle, outside, so we see there's one. My place. I'm really surprised that it's this empty. I mean, yeah, we made a lot of noise just over there. Okay, we got a couple zombies behind the fence there. Right, it's not completely empty. I like how they're all just standing there. Still standing there, or did they? Yeah, that got their attention. Okay. Think process not getting any smaller. Damn fuck. The end of the world here. Oh, did I not? I dropped down the magazine somewhere? Yeah, that's what happens when I do stuff at base. I put the spare magazines into a chest, you know, so I'm not super encumbered in base. And I forgot to pick them up. So we have 1 magazine to our name today. It's not ideal. Running around with a stiff head like that. That's really annoying that I forgot that. What's even more annoying is that I don't even remember where I put the spare magazines. Hopefully in the box with the 9mm stuff. People were shouting at me when I was taking out the bullets, not the magazines. It's nice having the kill counter on the screen now, so I know whether or not a zombie I just shot died, or whether it's just flopping on the ground but actually still alive. Kinda important information to have. What are they storing here? Air? Ooh, iron pipes. Okay, I'll stop complaining. Do the same thing here. Put it outside, so just that I see and know we have another one here. We'll probably grab one of these and bring that to the gas station. Pizzas. Definitely a decent amount of magazine and even the skill books we had earlier here. So, you know, storage lot. Not a... Oh, make engineer's toolbox. Is this the extra one? Is that the extra bombs magazine that I was looking for? I think it might be. Good stuff. So, do we want to smash in any gates? Sure. Let's check the main building. It looks like it's in good condition, but I don't trust that anymore. So often when you open... No, okay, take it back. Everything I was about to say. 763 engine. Beauty. Too bad about the key. Too bad about the broken passenger side window, eh? Okay, maybe we find the key inside. Let's not do things we might later regret. Hmm. Talk about things we might later regret. Okay. It works better at closer ranges. Close range. Really? Okay. It's not the dumbest zombie that ever lived. We managed to figure out how to get around the fence. Okay, any one of you guys, maybe with a key. Key ring. Key for the storage unit. Quick reload in. That's the key for this place. Cool. Ooh, what happened here? Did I not reload? The moment I hit the R button, another zombie shows up. It's always the same. Always one more zombie. I do remember, like, we pulled a huge group of zombies behind the building here. So I'm a little bit wary of that. I kinda was hoping that we pulled them in with our last action in this place. Not guaranteed. Sounds like a single zombie. That seemed way more hectic than it should have been, yes. I thought I could just open the door and shoot, but no. Catching was the preferred attack approach there. Yeah. How many generators do we really need? boxes, still the most promising loot, but not quite what we're looking for. Ooh, room full of cardboard boxes. Okay. Wanna do carving? I don't know. It was like I like to have, you know, collect all the books. Okay, no vehicle key. Unless you just brought that to me. I mean, this is kind of the same thing. It's the same vehicle we have at base, but it's in way better condition, right? First go. Was in way better condition. Use that to get the generators out of here. So I don't have to bring the other car down. The downside of playing with the ragdolls is that it takes a second then for it to show the body. I'm looking for maybe having somebody else with a key for the storage lots, actually. Because I don't think the key we have is gonna open this stuff up now. Good thing that the fog stopped, so the rain is more visible for us then. So the question is, do we wanna smack open some doors with the axe? Single box in it, but so many nails actually from the warehouse. Okay, let me do one more. Whoa, 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 whoa! You almost had me melee attack there. Failed the whole challenge. You almost had me bit also. That would have also failed the whole challenge. Eee. Okay. I'm awake. Another generator. I was looking for that little side inventory, and then I realized, oh no, that's the wrong car here. That doesn't have this. Where are these zombies all coming from? Alright, so kinda late in the day, so I think we're gonna head over to the gas station, see if we can get the generator hooked up. I'm considering going for the trailer park, but also, given that we found the magazine for the thing and stuff, I now want to get home and build that tool bench. Well, the tool kit and then the tool bench. Can I actually get one of these, like, straight out on the floor? Cool. Let's not park on the grass. I'm kinda still debating if I wanna tow this one home. It's not been the best towing experience here. Maybe I should get that towing mod that everybody tells me I should get. Yeah, let's get our own car and that gas can that we found. It should allow us to fuel this up and have another working gas station close to our base. Just like that. Gas has been administered. As well, turn this on right away. I always like to leave like one fully fueled gas can next to the generators at the gas stations. Also top up. Alright, I'm gonna head back to base, and then we're gonna read all these magazines that we found and see. I'm fairly certain I already collected all the materials for the workbench. Let's see if we can actually craft that. Right, learn how to make an engineer's toolbox. Favorited that. Wonderful. And apparently everything we need for this is within reach here. Wonderful. So now, if I remember correctly, the workbench just needs a couple planks. Make this our little bomb work spot. Gotta do some cleaning and stuff, but that looks like a bomb of an office. Should have a couple more logs and stuff here from our road making efforts. This looks great. Oh, that's, so we need to put it somewhere where I can actually see it. Put it here. Get that. Get this thing out of the way. We can, you know. The filing cabinets. Oh no, that's actually too close to the door, I think. Thinking about having it lined by the filing cabinets. Alright. I wonder if the computer here is modeled after like a real world counterpart. Like a typical 90s computer thing. Anyway, extra bombs workbench. So, we have categories here. I mean, what we're looking for? Propane bomb, probably. For a propane bomb, we need a propane tank. Oh, we need a pipe bomb and a propane tank. That seems like a great combo. What I'm curious for is, okay, it says must not be empty. But it doesn't say must be full. So, well, I kind of want to test here. Do I have any, first of all, do I have any more pipe bombs left? Oh, look at that. This is where I put the magazines. Okay. Let me just grab them so I don't forget later. Okay, grab one of the pipe bombs. Then we had, yeah, the propane tank we just picked up and left in the other truck. Okay, no, that's fine. Do we have any propane tanks that are not full? One of these. And let's refill those 4 torches here. Bit of time, aren't we? Just file away these planks. It's super encumbered. So to me, it would make sense. Alright, so usually you can refill 8 propane torches with a propane tank. So basically, it would make sense to get 7 refills out of this. And then use it for a bomb, right? You know what? 6 refills is also good. Alright, now the propane bomb. What do you need to know about the propane bomb? I don't know, I've never used it. But apparently it has such a big radius that you should not... Yeah, okay, without detonator. So you can't actually just like a pipe bomb throw it, because the radius is just too big. So you will always have to use either a remote trigger or a timer. I think you craft a trigger. And I guess we also gonna need some sort of remote control for ourselves. I just drop it here. No reason to carefully place it. It's just a freaking pipe bomb. An oversized pipe bomb, I guess. Let's see. We want... fire. Things here. It helps to have, you know, a little bit of an organized base. But then we also want a remote. What if? Is medium range gonna be enough to get far enough away from the bomb? That is the question here. It would be a fitting end for the series if I blow myself up with a propane bomb. But I feel like I might have to do a little bit of research before we test that. What I will do though, now that we have this, oh, we need electronics. And yeah, I should probably get all my crafting materials in here, right? I think that just makes sense for our little crafting workshop here. Get ourselves a, not crafting, building, a... And we're just gonna grab everything from this box. Put everything here into this crate then. There's a lot of stuff here that is not relevant whatsoever, but easy to figure it out. Okay. Then not everything we need. So we grab then this crate, which, you know, I didn't like that position anyway. Put it here. I don't want to block the view of that beautiful workbench. It's on the ground here. Electronics. Then we have like, yeah, more stuff. You know what? Everything. Everything that's in here. Straight into the avenue box. Loot in the oxygen tank. Oh, we have everything in range here. Small propane bomb, huh? Okay, but Yeah, so the sensor, since it requires a motion sensor, I'm assuming that would trigger when zombies get close. And I feel like that might not be what I want. The timer sensor could be interesting, right? Let me actually just go back to propane bomb here. But you could like put it down, put like a 20-minute timer on it, put it next to like a vehicle with a siren, turn on the siren, and then just wait and see the magic happens 20 minutes later. I'm foreseeing some experimenting with this in the near future. Probably not in this, no, definitely not in this episode. But since we crafted that remote trigger, let's craft that here. Remote propane. I wonder if the damage scales with the amount of propane you have left in it. No. Okay. And yeah, so okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a card in here and do some research. So I'm gonna look at the mod page for extra bombs and read through the description of the propane bomb, just to find out, is the medium range remote controller enough to be out of the radius, or should we really only use the remote detonated ones if we have the long range detonator? Because I mean, you know, it would be kind of sad, but also kind of fitting to go out in my own propane bomb. And then we're also gonna look what the small propane bomb. Is that something we want? Is that something you can still throw, or do we also have to remotely trigger it? I mean, we can let's just make one and see if it says something. Oh yeah, equip and perform basic attack to throw. Cool. I'm just not sure how that compares to a pipe bomb. Is that actually so? Because some of these, some of the items you craft here are just environmental destruction. I think the lunchbox bomb is like if you want to blow a hole in a wall to get into a gun store or something like that. So some are just doing environmental damage. Some are, you know, setting large areas on fire, which can be fun. Homemade napalm. Oh, yeah, okay. And some will do both, as in environmental destruction and setting things on fire, and some just like the propane bomb just do zombie killing. And then, oh, right, the big noise generator. I think from the mod description it says something like the power of a house alarm at the touch of your hands, which sounds kind of nice. Can we make a noisemaker? So last thing to check before we wrap up this episode. We can make a noisemaker. Who needs a siren car? I'm formulating a plan in my head. So, so we're gonna need a car battery, right, for the big noisemaker. Do we have one here? That's 100% battery. That's a bit of a shame. I guess, you know. What we can do is give you a wonderful, fresh, from the shelf battery. Take your old, crappy 81% battery. We have a whole car park full of car batteries. I don't think the car batteries are going to be the problem. No, does this thing work? I'm assuming it's not gonna... If I place it on the ground, it's not immediately gonna make a noise. I'm assuming it doesn't work that way at all. So maybe we're gonna need something here. A timer. Oh no, timers, you need... Okay, we need a timer to make a timer, what? I was hoping we could just throw that down somewhere and turn it on. Alright, I'm gonna do some research here between episodes. And yeah, I'm super stoked that we finally have this thing. And this was kind of the main idea of this whole run, right? Using that extra bombs mob to use all of this to blow up a bunch of zombies. And I'm getting excited to actually be able to do that eventually. For now, though, I'm gonna get my character to sleep and to drink something. And yeah, between episodes, I'm gonna fiddle around a little bit with this, do some research. I might do a little trip and save the other car and grab a couple car batteries and stuff from the parking lot. Whatever we could need here. Getting alarm clocks might be more of a problem than I like to admit, though. I'm assuming we cannot craft those. No. Find them in residential places, but yeah, we've not looted many of those. Alright, yeah. Small challenges to overcome on the way to success, but we'll get there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.